just a good old boy.
Greetings, this is Wyatt, otherwise known as Infamous WB from rediscoverthe80s.com, agentsofmask.com, and just a fellow Dukes of Hazzard nut. I'm trying to do a little bit of a video blog for you guys, as well as my family, and for my own. I have just arrived on Sunday, July 30th, about 8:20 in the morning, and it is, well, it's Hazzard County pandemonium. But you are welcomed by a plethora of General Lees on your right-hand side, coming from the, I would say, the east to west direction. I see smoke from a barbecue pit in the distance. There is just so much going on. I can't wait to see the gang, the actors, actresses, and walk through the host of General Lees and other General Lee cars. I say Hazzard County cars, rather. Part of what you're welcomed to is actually tons of signs about a mile out that say event ahead, expect delays. So I can only imagine that Roscoe is in the way, trying to distract us from high above. But man, this is just an awesome thing. This is, like many of us, this is just one of those things that you need to experience. I know some of you had watched Jason and I's little road trip to 40 episode, and that was quite interesting, quite enjoyable. We got to see Cooters. But man, I think this is going to step it up a notch, at least from my judgment. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm wearing an orange shirt, actually from the unit that I work for. In addition, I have a spare orange shirt, just in case something happens. Either I get nasty or if the weather turns on us, which it's not supposed to, but who knows? So right away we're going through Hazzard type terrain. I'm driving in a little minivan, Chrysler minivan. So I am traditionally like the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm two-wheel drive, hoping I don't get bogged down. Arrived, I parked. I might need to move to my winter tread tires I have on the back to get myself out even further. Yes, I'm one of those. I'm a Pennsylvania native. We know how to drive in the winter, or at least my clan does. We typically just have a pair of winter tread on the back, especially the front wheel drive vehicles, and do our best to trek through. So enjoy the trip. I know I will. So here I am. It's now 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm walking through the what's here. I'll try to pan around what's around here. If you remember Memory Jogger episode 9, our most recent episode of that, you would recall that it is just like a county fair in Hazzard style. So plenty of actors, actresses, and then of course none other than So yeah, you see the couple General Lees with one with a what looks like a Ford Crown Victoria dash. I was overhearing someone saying that they basically stuck the shell of a Charger on top of the Crown Vic. Being that they're so rare and they don't want to damage our Charger anymore, I don't blame them. But I'll be honest, it's still nice to have the old Charger hopping. There's miniature Bo Duke and Lou Duke on their little garden tractor. I'll tell you what, this is just more than impressive. However, I'll tell you what, it's been a learning lesson for going to get the autographs. Come early or come when Cooter has the events, meaning when they're having autograph sessions periodically. It's a little pandemonium. Here's some more of the vehicles. This I just saw recently. There was actually a wedding here earlier. So the cast was very, very gracious to have a little wedding ceremony with most of the cast. I think all of them appeared. But I'll try to walk and talk as we journey through the plethora of star cars. So in this one you can see a picture of Boss Hogg. Oh, and Roscoe. So many different cars. Dukes cars, replicas. People's variations, as you can see a couple within the camera shot. See a 68 back over there with it's painted blue with only the push guard. We got Smokey and the Bandit over here. We got Little Lee. We got a Dodge Dart Lee. Chevy Truck Lee. So this is just a fabulous event. There's a RT Super B style with a push guard on it. 1970 Black Lee 00. Continuing, we got the General Hazzard 4x4 truck. The monster truck ride. And as we just continue down the pike, down the road here, we've got Daisy's Roadrunner, Daisy's Jeep, Sheriff Little's car. Just impressive amount of vehicles, cars. This particular one right here, they just had it signed. This Jeep, this couple just got married here, so it's pretty neat. You can see the back row over there of nothing but Chargers. Daisy's Roadrunner. And I'm just walking up and down. I should count. There's 3 rows. 3 rows in the distance of General Lee's replica cars. And then there's one to my right, just the passage that we walked down. Just impressive amount of cars. Obviously, if you're any fan of mine, following us, you know, that's my dream car. Hint, hint. There's Uncle Jesse's old farm truck. General Lee after General Lee. And I still don't think this is quite the same number of cars as they had while they filmed the show. But I'll tell you what, we could have a good movie or two out of this bunch. I'm going to try to go into Cooter store, see if that's anything decent. We'll see. We're just continuing up the path to go see the Hazzard garage, see if there's any opening within there. But there's other cars. If you recognize from the new Ghostbusters movie, we have the replica Ecto 1 from it. So there's a mock-up of Cooter's garage that we're coming into.
So they were doing a ramp to ramp and they buckled the frame? That's good. It's a video Pay attention where you're going.
Not 100%, but I think this guy is General Jersey. Or Jersey General. I follow him quite a bit on Facebook. So this is pretty impressive if I've found that car.
The inside was already.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee. We also did the homecomings that we had here in Virginia. We were part of those shows. Some of those shows we had our NASCAR race car in the middle of this ramp, and we were very happy to be part of those shows. But anyway, we tour all over the United States. Some of you guys may be familiar with us. You may have seen us on America's Got Talent back in 2012. You may have also seen us on American Restoration, the show where the guy restores stuff up. We got a visual the video of the show. Please hashtag King BMX and also hashtag Cooters The Last Stand. If you're slightly confused on what a hashtag is, you can find a 9-year-old audience and I'll explain it to you. But we are definitely looking for pictures out there. So let's go ahead and learn this. We are King BMX. Guys, give me a police guys over there.
So this is concluding my visit at Cooters and Luray, Cooters Last Stand. Having to step out a little early before the jump, primarily because of, well, I have things to do too. As much as I love the Dukes of Hazzard, love the General Lee, I got to get back to my normal, regularly scheduled life. But I tell you, Cooters is situated in a very awesome, spacious campus. I'll call it that. As you can see, that's actually where I'm parked, up in that area, traversing that little field over there. Adjacent to it is, of all things, a broken down old barn that you can see in front of you. Over there you can see the tent tops of where the main events are being held. This has been an awesome time, awesome environment, a real joy to be a part of. I wish I could stay longer, but income and husband, fatherly duties call. But I tell you, this is great. Poor Cooter had a fall yesterday, and he was not up for signing much late. But yeah, he's gonna be okay. Just like the rest of our beloved cast members, they're getting up there. Can't deny it. But nonetheless, they are human, just like the rest of us, and need to recoup after all this. So to conclude my little adventure with Cooters Last Stand here in Luray, Virginia, for rediscoverthe80s.com, you have Wyatt Bloom, once again, also known as Infamous WB on Twitter. We sidekick it typically on Memory Jogger or other entities within Rediscover the 80s and agentsofmass.com. But before I conclude, I thought I'd show you my haul, as Jason would put it. I was able to meet Miss Dorothy Best, and she was able to sign the Re-elect Roscoe Coltrane. This is a reprint. She had these made specifically because, well, he had passed, obviously. This is the most popular item. So I bought one of these, and she signed it. Next is, I don't know if you can see it very well. I'll try to bring this out to the light. This is a photo that I was able to get in about the year 2000, while Mr. James Best was still alive. I discovered that he was around. He had surfaced on the internet and had a website. You could purchase photos and autograph them. So I don't know if you can really make it out on the top right. he has written to Wyatt, James Best. And Dorothy signed right next to him. And I was able to get Rick Hurst, aka Cletus, to sign it. My goal was to get as much of the living actors, actresses to sign this particular photo. And finally, Miss Dorothy Best was gracious enough to pass along one of these as a parting gift, I'll call it, for the fans that visited her tent. So it was really awesome. And one of the things I wanted to do, one of the unique things I wanted to do as a gift, as a token for my appreciation for the actors and actresses still putting on this, especially Cooter. I didn't get to see Cooter, I'll call it truly face-to-face. I saw him, he waved, I got a few photos, but I was able to pass on this little token to him. This is a coin with a little bottle opener, and this is part of my unit that I'm still assigned with. We are called the Cooters, and in the military culture, especially Air Force, we have challenge coins, typically used for identifying oneself, also to as a sign of kudos, token, something like that, admiration. And that's what I was able to pass along to Ben Jones, Dorothy Best, and Rick Hurst. I brought enough for the rest of the crew. Unfortunately, the lines were too long, or I was not able to get them. Maybe I can come back. This is only about a 2.5-hour drive from me, so maybe I can come back when they're in town. Nonetheless, I was able to get them this coin and say thank you. At least for me, that was the proper little token. It's not much. I don't have the income or the celebrity status like they do. But hey, from a fan, I thought this would be something worthwhile to them. Just something from me to them to say thank you for what you've done, what you continue to do, and the support you give to us fans. Especially me, I'm one of the bigger fans, not on the grandeur scale with the plethora of cars, toy cars, generally in my garage, anything like that, but still, you get the point that I enjoy them. That was one of my fondest memories growing up as a child. In that, just for fun, when I did bring all this in, especially this photo, I brought it in my little folder. This is the original folder from 1981. I would have been approximately kindergarten, first grade. I've carried it ever since, but I thought it would be a great little kind of envelope, even though there's an envelope inside, just something. As a little, I guess as a little talking piece, the best way to put it. But hey, I hope that you find this interesting, enjoyable, and thanks for coming along with me to Cooter's Last Stands in Luray, Virginia.